むように溶けてゆくよ
Can you, am I being heard now? What the fuck? I've been speaking to myself this entire time? Just by myself? Damn! Well, to go back on things I said, Jordan, damn, that's a lot of exams. You know, fantastic job. Then I was like, OMG, a rat. And then I was like, OMG, CMG. So hey, hi, I'm super like caffeinated and I'm gonna get even more because I don't know. But yeah, it was like, oh, what animate? So yeah. So hi, hello. I'm also like I feel a little rusty. I have not done my like morning little exercises for drawing. So we might take a little pause in like 20 minutes or so and then do my little shapes and then we'll continue. But right now I'm trying to clean up and like actually like finish this animation that I started 2 years ago when I was worse at drawing. So yeah, I know you. Maybe no one's gonna see your ISO. Don't know how my ISO defined. So yeah, hi, hello, actually, this time, for real. Alright, I like this. I don't know. I do know of Iggy illustrations. I really like his work. Don't know if you can hear the little guinea pig screaming from here. It's probably complaining about food, even though I just gave it something. I don't know. Maybe I make a lot of OCs. No, actually, I don't make a lot of OCs. I make OCs and then I get super duper attached to them, and then I think about them and nothing else, and I make a million AUs. Like this character right here, Hide. He was a D&D character of mine, and now he's my everything. Currently in a Star Wars AU with him, and that's all that my mind can think of is just the Star Wars AU. Alright, Hida, your head needs to be a wee bit bigger. Wee! Also, a lot of my OCs are like D&D related nowadays. Either they're like NPCs that I made that I got super duper attached to, or they're like actual like PCs of mine that I'm playing or like planning to play at some point. So, you know. Alright, Heater. Let's do this. We're just gonna jump. And we ball, cause I see. So let's see. Where the hell? Hey. Let's get it done. like the energy of it more, but I don't like some of the proportion stuff. So let's, okay, what have I done here? So it's less of an upturn, it's more of a, seeing more of his chest, alright. So we don't actually see. Gonna be sporting some sleeves. I don't know if I would make one specifically about like how to design appealing characters. Cause I'm not like necessarily like a character designer, even though like I design characters. I am sort of listen, I'm a very picky person when it comes to like a lot of things I make. So when I say that I'm working on something, trust that it will not come out in like forever. But I'm working, I think I mentioned this possibly in a previous stream or something, that I'm making a video on redesigning the Winx Club characters, like the girls. But my vision for it has sort of shifted in the way I want to construct it. So yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know, there's some stuff there that I've done on design and whatnot, but I don't know if I could sit down and be like, okay, here's what makes an appealing like character for so and so, or like I guess like a more theory-based, like talky, smart things on how to design, because bro, I am a weeball. Like how I said all those words just to end it with weeball, but that's what we do. I would love to. I would love to. But for the moment, it's just the girlies. At least for the first video, it's just the girlies. And then I'm gonna do probably, like, I haven't actually like sat down to redesign any of the villains, but I might do the villains because I also want to like do a rehaul and redesign of like the story and stuff, as though I'm like making like a pitch, right? Because I think it'd be fun and be quirky, be cool. What are you doing in here? Get out. remember half of their names, not gonna lie. Like, I remember, like, by look or whatever, but if you asked me to name them, I would die. I would die. Also, do not be fooled. That is not a rat. That is a guinea pig that is yelling in the back. I don't know if you can hear it. But I call it a rat because, well, tomato, tomato. Not allowed in my room. The Winx girls I know now because like I had to like properly like sit down and design them, look at them for a bunch. But a lot of the other bitches. Listen, it's been a really long time. Bloom, use Aisha, Stella, taking out Flora. Those are the main 6, unless they've added, like, I only know, like, the original girlies. So anyone after that, I'm like, gang? I don't know. Watched the live action show in full. Worst thing I've seen in my entire life. Genuinely a frustrating experience. Oh my god. And let me not even begin on like the design choices for like their outfits and stuff. Let me hold on a second. I did this obviously when the show came out. What am I looking for? There it is. I did like a quick little like wardrobe design where it's not too like it's very casual looks and it's not like super duper like extravagant kind of like fashion because like I think like a lot of people wanted like a glitzy glammy girly kind of situation, which me too girls, like I love that, but taking into account the way that the show is constructed and the world that they're in, they still could have had more of an identity with the way that they dress their characters and like the characterization. Like the Winx Club does play around with different outfits and borrowing like colors from the other like girls, like obviously like they all have their own like specific kind of color, you know. Bloom is red, Aisha for some reason is green in like the OG show, and I'm like whatever, she's blue now because like we want Flora to be green because like again this is mostly basing it off of like the Netflix version where it's like real life blah 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 yada yada. You can't try to establish like these proper like people's colored outfits and then not commit to it. Like half of the fun of this is exploring their style and their fashion within like those color limits. And like why do they all dress the same? They all dress the same. They don't have their own like unique kind of like situation going on. Like I remember I saw Aisha donning on like this red like tracksuit or something, and I was just like, why the fuck is she in red? That's Bloom's color. Like, why are you guys putting her in this like reddish pinkish kind of situation? Like, huh? I don't know. I was just like, I was annoyed and I was like, okay, let me just do this for fun, for me, for the girls. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not the most fashionable person, especially when it comes to myself, but I can recognize like, or at least I can look at a bunch of like different styles and fashions and be like, okay, here, go for it. Fucking go on Pinterest and find any fucking basic Instagram girly on there and steal her outfit. Like, it's that easy. It does not have to be that complicated. And also Stella, for someone who's supposed to be like a rich, you know, glitzy, glammy girly, so underwhelming her outfits. It's like she is supposed to be the fashionista. Like even in the OG show, like if you're like seeing like the OG Winx, because she's like, I think they're all princesses actually. But scratching my head, why the fuck does she look like that in the live action show? She looks so underwhelming. She looks like she has zero fashion sense. Like, and also, like, not to shame any of these grown women, like they are grown and they look grown, like they look like adults. They're supposed to be 16 in the show. They're supposed to be 16. It drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely insane. I don't mind Bloom wearing that kind of turquoise color, but I wish it was mostly an accent color instead of like her actual color, because, and I do this in my little redesign of them, I don't like Aisha as green. She's like a water ocean fairy situation. Why isn't she blue? I just like her as blue, okay? I want her to be blue. And so, you know, some color ordeals were shifted around, switched, remixed, so on and so forth. What if do I want to add his tail? His little cat tail? I might, we'll see. Okay, your Slade Hide, but like smaller. Oi. Yeah, kind of, but like you can still make it better is my point, because so I think like Bloom I gave like a orange and turquoise color palette. It's similar to the OG, except that it's been tweaked slightly because like turquoise and orange are like my favorite color combo. But the specific tones that they use for Bloom are not the optimal ones in my eyes. My opinion, but like not the optimal ones in my eyes. And then Aisha is more of an orange like accent with like a deep blue. But I only did that because I wanted to because Tekna is purple-ish and green, but Musa's also pinkish purple. And I felt like there was too much overlap. But if we just rearrange the girlies a little, they could look a little more unique on their own instead of like borrowing too much from each other where they don't stand out as much. And I think especially having like a more like reddish orange color is very like that color, at least to me, very main character, very flashy, very in your face. And like Bloom is kind of the main, like the MC. Like I know they're all MCs, but Bloom is kind of the main girl. What's your legs doing, love? That one's front, that one's back. For why? I think it should be the opposite, personally speaking. This one's front. That's what I mean. I think it's a little too all over the place sometimes. Like, I think, like, there are certain designs of theirs that bang really hard, but I think that, like, they should have kept a more, like, tight kind of situation on, like, the color palette. Like, having, like, a main color and everything else be, like, subtle accents. I don't mind that because I don't, like, for example, like, purples and green, like, purple and green works good together, and I feel like it mostly goes as accents to blue. Like, I feel like that works better than, like, having green be the main character, be the main color with blue and purple as the accents. Like, at that point, they're both trying to adapt to that green as, like, a big main one, whereas I feel like blue is, like, a better transition point for both of these colors. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good transition thing. Like, green and purple look good together, but they don't blend. As colors, they look good, but blending, they don't. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Maybe if I opened up my side and, like, explained what I meant with actual color instead of using my words, which I'm very bad at. I also think purple and pink is just too overused sometimes in their designs and not super duper utilized. Like, I think everyone has an accent color except for Stella, which I'm like, why not? She would look great in a bit of purple. Like, just slip it in there, or like a bit of pink. Not too much, but just like just a little. Is this what you're doing? Because I could fuck with that. I would love to know what your body is doing, man. I know I'm the one drawing you, but like... I'm trying to be more loose with like my poses when I'm animating, because Musa also has like a thong out, which is hilarious to me because that's like so dated, but also it's like children's show. Please put underwear back into her pants. But they're all based on like celebrities and like fashionistas at that time. I think Musa is based off of Lucy. I think, at least from what I read. So yeah, and I think like Stella is like based on like I think Paris Hilton or like Jessica Simpson or something like that. I can't remember the other ones. I cannot remember the other ones. But I think Tekna might have been pink. It's very much like even in their fashion, like you can tell like it's very dated, and I don't mind that. I kind of love it, but like also I hate it. If I do this, I think this Carol would be nice, but let's do it without the tail for now. Yeah. Like, I don't know if all of them had like individual like inspirations of like, oh, okay, this one's Britney, this one's of Beyonce or something, or what are some other famous people? You know, those. Whoever was like popular at the time. Like, I don't know if all of them have like a specific one-to-one illusion. I say illusion though. But yeah, definitely inspired by. That's supposed to be opposite, isn't it? Lady Gaga. I'm literally listening to Lady Gaga right now, like on my Spotify. Obviously, you cannot hear it. Literally asking me to like list anything within the moment. Whoo, could not do that. You could not pay me. I blank. I'm gone. Ciao. Like the show, it's like, I'm sure like a lot of other people, and I'm sure it was also intentional, but like a lot of like the appeal comes from the fact that they're just all like, ooh, pretty, yeah. Also, one thing that I don't like too much about Musa in the old one is that like her like musical inspiration is a little all over the place. Like it's kind of punkish, it's kind of hip hop, it's also kind of pop. It's a lot of things, which I feel like is like it's a missed opportunity, because a lot of musical genres have like these subsets, like in like these very like specific cultures and fashion and like moods and like all these different things that they could like draw inspiration on, instead of having it be like a very like vague amalgam of just like music. Which is, again, I feel like it's a missed opportunity, but it's also like a 2000 show about like fairies, so like I think in my redesign of her, I made her, because like there are some other girls who scream like pop a little more, because like I think music is one of those things that's like very easy to attribute to people. Like, oh, I think Bloom would be like, I don't know, fucking indie alt kind of music, like, or like indie pop or something, and then Aisha might be like more, I don't know, French house or some shit, or maybe like even pop, whatever, right? So it's like there's like a lot of things you can do there, and I think there's too many girls who are more aligned with pop. And I wanted like an emo baddie, so I think I made her like inspired by like scene rave culture emo kind of subset of thing, which is fun for me because I love that shit. I gave her some really silly pants in her fairy design. Yeah, baby. There was a brief period where I was younger in Macedonia specifically, because haha, born Australia, lived there. But for a brief period we were in Macedonia when we were younger, for like a year I think or two. Can't even remember. But obviously it had Macedonian dub, and there was this show I used to watch on there called Dinosaur King. And like, I haven't met a person who knows about it, and it makes me upset because I'm just like, girls, do you not know Dinosaur King? Dinosaur King is what you want to be? Yeah? Okay, let's make this as a keyframe because that's what it is. I don't know why I'm I actually like the timing stuff. I'm just gonna commit to this right now. Because usually I mark my keys and stuff like once I've tied down the timing. But since this is based on basically an animation I already have done, so it's gonna 17. No, it's not 17. I'm stupid. 16. Dinosaur King. Cannot believe this. Dinosaur King. This shit. Oh my god, yeah, like the CGI dinosaurs, it was so silly. It was so silly. But the OP kind of banged. Dinosaur King is what you wanna be. Yeah, make your move. Come on, make your move. Yeah. But when they were baby, they were so cute. This is, yeah, wait, here it goes. Here it goes. Look how cute they are when they're baby and they're not like turned into big dinosaurs. They're so cute. Listen, we Dinosaur King fans have to stick together. No one gets us. We have an experience, a mindset, a way of thinking that no one else has, because we appreciate the Dinosaur King. This is the world's most perfect smear frame. Exactly. you a little. Let me actually compare. Wee! Your head, I think, could be a little bigger here. I know that one's like looking from a different angle, so it's gonna be a wee bit bigger. But alright, I think that's good enough. Redesign SU characters? Not really. I think don't fix what ain't broke. Like, I have like a more, I guess, like bitter look on SU nowadays, just because I'm just like, I don't really care about it anymore. It really fell off. There's certain things about it that I'm like, whatever. I mean, ultimately it's a kid's show and I kind of grew up, so, you know, whatever. I don't think it's like the worst thing on planet Earth. I think it's a fine show. Obviously I was obsessed with it for like, how long? However, you know, shirts are just a little bigger. I think it's like, again, don't fix what ain't broke. Reimagining and things like that are fine. But I think it's really hard to do when your character design is just solid. Like, it's just solid. Like, for example, I saw someone on Twitter, no hate to them, I don't even remember their username, so it's not like I could actually send hate to them. But they were doing a, like, redesign of, like, Ace Attorney characters, but their redesigns were really underwhelming, I'm not gonna fucking lie. Like, it was just like, Ace Attorney has, like, such solid, like, character design, and it's so, like, a lot of the characters are so iconic and just, like, they're so well made and well designed that, like, anything other than those designs kind of sucks. Like, if you don't play on, like, the base design of, like, okay, Phoenix has, like, the spiky hair and, like, the blue suit or whatever, or, like, Athena is the way that she is. If you don't play within those things and you're trying to, like, redesign them in a way that still captures their essence and is meant to be, like, for more, like, quote-unquote in-game style and design and consumption or whatever, it's hard to do because the designs are just, they're solid, they're good, there's not much you can do. You can, like, change up their, like, with fan art or whatever, with fan art, like, people, like, change their style up a little, like, redress them, change up their hair, add, like, little things like freckles or, like, shit like that, right? And that's fine, and that's, like, still playing within the base design that's been given. But when you go out of your way to redesign them, to create a new base, it's hard because they're already good. It's just, they're already good. So it feels unnecessary. I think your head's a wee bit big here, buddy. What? Actually undoes that. Tee-hee. Even if you do have their, like, defining features when you do redesigns, if there's no flaws to the design, it's really hard to get it down. Because, again, like, I think redesigns are often like made when designs are either out of fashion, like so they don't hold up anymore, or like they're so of the time in a way that's like nasty. Like for example with the Winx Club, I feel like one of the reasons why like redesigning them is so popular is because their base designs are so simple, and there's so much you can do. There's so much potential that hasn't been fulfilled there. So it's very fun to do redesigns of them because you know that a lot of people can do better. But with things like Steven Universe or Ace Attorney, like I think the designs are just so perfect and solid, and also so recent that it like maybe not as much as Ace Attorney like as it being recent, but I feel like the designs are just kind of timeless. But it's difficult to do. It's very difficult to do. You can do it for yourself as like a challenge or whatever, but I just don't think. Period. I just don't think. I just don't think they'll ever live up to the originals in any capacity, because like I feel like there's not a lot of potential there for something different as a base design, if that makes sense. Or at least like I don't think there's a lot of people out there who can redesign them in a way that's like that feels true to them, feels true to the style and the show. And yeah. Exactly, they're fun to redesign. They're fun to experiment with, because there's so much potential there to change. Like there's just a lot of stuff you can change and do with it, because it's not that necessarily they were done poorly, but it's just that there are some design choices and decisions, and obviously like public perception and taste and whatever has changed so much, and they don't stand the test of time in a way that's like, okay, the fashion, the design, the blah 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 blah, you know? And they were made with like a marketing gimmick of that time, which is not bad, but it's of the time. Yeah, with book series, that's also different, because it's you're working in like an entirely different kind of like situation where it's like, okay, these people don't necessarily always have canon designs, and like there's like a lot to do there in terms of like, because I feel like a lot of like character design is obviously like shapes and fashion and things like that, so you're like, okay, what's gonna be like the most appealing thing for this character, like sure, this, yeah, fantastic. And then their buddy is gonna be, I don't know, this something, like, you know. All right. Yeah, I'm actually really bad with interpreting like book descriptions to like character designs, I guess. Like I need some help with like shit like that. Like for me, it's easier to envision environments and locations and like shit like that than it is for me to do it with people. Okay, your body's a little stretched here, bro. Put you a little high. Hopefully you still follow. Yeah, you do. I usually have to look up other people's like interpretations of like a character before like I make my own opinion. Like I need like a base, essentially. Like I need like, okay, you say this character has black hair and almond eyes. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, So I'm just envisioning just like the most, like, it's not even like a base of a person, it's just like floating features in space and on no body, and I'm like, okay. And so I have to like look up like, I don't know, character from X book fan art. And then I see like a bunch of people's interpretations, and I see the general like fandom consensus, and then I'm like, okay, I can build off of that. Like I can have my own interpretation now because, yeah. Sometimes like it differs from that, especially if I have like any other like preconceived notions about like a character or whatever, or like I have just like a different personal like headcanon. But it's still like, it shows me what I like and what I don't like, essentially. Like it helps me like realize this is what I want or this is what I don't want, because when I'm starting off blank, I don't even know what I don't want. Like I don't know if I don't want I don't know, this character to have freckles of sorts, or I don't know if I want this character to be like, I don't know, like super built or super slender. Like even those descriptions, it's like, oh, they're muscly, but what does that mean? Like, does it mean that they're lean? Are they like, do they have a swimmer's body, a runner's body? Are they like fucking built to the fucking heavens? Like there's like a lot of wiggle room like for that kind of stuff and that kind of interpretation. And you're It's been years since I last listened to Welcome to Night Vale. It's been long. I used to be super into it, and actually the very first fan art, not the very first fan art, but one of the first few fan arts that I did ever on like my little tablet that I had at the time, which was like a small little Wacom thing, like it was a pen tablet, was of like the fucking cat. What was it called? Like the Night Vale cat. It's really bad now, I'm pretty sure, because obviously I've grown since then. That was like, I want to say 2016, I think. I'm trying to scroll all the way down my unit. So cringe. Ooh. Yeah, that's not great. 2015, god damn! God damn. Anyway. Koshik! Koshik? Koshik? Can't remember how it was pronounced. Koshik? I'd have to hear Cecil say it again. Okay, I think the hand is doing more of this motion. lot about that, but I have not personally listened to it. Okay, why did I do that in the most convoluted ass way when I could have moved the whole thing? Like, girl? I'm in Cancer. My birthday was last week. Yeah, I had a mutual on Twitter who was super into it at the time, and I just kind of saw them tweet about it, and I was like, oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. Alright, what's wrong here? So let's just make your head just a bit bigger, just to be consistent with the others. That's what I'm gonna do. Paste, paste. I have watched Arcane, it's so good. I fucking hate League. I say this as an ex-League player, so don't come for me. But girl, it's so good. It's so good. It deserves all the praise it gets. It deserves all the whatever blah 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 blahs. It's just good. Every League player, yeah, it's because it's a shit game. It's a bad game, gang. Don't get into it. It will ruin your life, and you will hate yourself more than anything else will make you hate yourself. Jace fumbled the bag on 2 bitches. He had 2 bitches lined the fuck up. He had them. They wanted him so bad, and he fucked it up on both. How do you have 2 people wanting you at once, and then you fuck it up? Jace, I'm gonna strangle you. You moron. You idiot. You. Mel deserves so much better. Get Mel anyone else. A girl. He can't be that good, you know what I'm saying? He can't be that good for you to stay with him. That's what I think. I like Jinx. I think they gave her so much more depth and so much more like nuance in the show than like her perception like of fandom, like League I'm talking about, because also one of my first few fan arts for League was Jinx, because I really like Jinx. I wasn't a Jinx main per se, but I just liked her, I liked her design, I thought she was cool, and so like I think like a lot of people like Jinx, and she's like this very like manic pixie dream girl kind of like situation, and she's very like her in general like characterization, like all these other different things, very like I don't know, like immature, and I don't know. It was just like, but the show elevated that and made her like a much more nuanced and a much more interesting person. And yeah, it was just like, wow, Girly, they made Girly really appealing as a character. Silco, I was prepared to hate to the very fucking ends of the earth, because I saw like people like simping over Silco and being like, OMG, blah blah blah, Silco this, Silco that, blah, yeah, and I'm like rolling my eyes like, you guys have zero brain, zero everything. I do not care. I do not give a shit. But then I cannot deny it. Like Silco's not my fave. Like neither is like Jinx per se. Like they're not the characters I'm most like braining over. That would be Vi, because like big strong lesbian. Hello, hi. And you're with the Caitlyn? Annoying. Like, they're the ones that I go insane over. But Silco and Jinx's relationship being so, like, bad for each other. And Silco being this really bad person. But then he's like, he cares about her in such a fatherly fashion. I hate the man, but that shit gets me. He went and it was like, there's nothing more fucking tragic or whatever the fuck he said than raising a That's how I feel. Yeah, I think the intimacy that they show is like not necessarily sexual, but I think a lot of people are weird about it. They're weird about it and I don't like it. it's just such like a complex relationship between two very like bad people. Like I think Jinx is obviously less bad than Silco because like it's kind of hard to be worse than Silco, and obviously she has like a different situation in which she's kind of being manipulated by him. I don't think fully, because I think like I don't think Silco is inherently manipulating Jinx fully, because I think he genuinely believes the things he's saying and like, you know, like the foundations of, like of their relationship. I don't think he's saying it in a way that he thinks any of it is untrue, or in a way that like I think he is using it to control Jinx to a point, but I don't think he's saying it because he doesn't believe it. I think everything he says to Jinx, he believes. Like, I think he believes that like these people are bad for her, that they are, you know, traitors and yada yada yada. Like, I believe he thinks all of those things. Genuinely, I do. I don't remember what was going with this. But he still, I don't know, he cares about Jinx so much, and like their relationship is so, like, it's based on love. I don't think it's based on like manipulation or a need to control or anything. I think it is very much based on love and care. Both of you, fuck off out of here. Versus I think let's stick with this one. Let's stick with this one. That's like got his kind of shit jutting out. There's some like I think the quote was like there's nothing more undoing than a daughter. And that makes me want to fucking punch a wall. Like he just becomes so much like caring. I don't know, like I don't want to say soft necessarily because he's a fucking monster, the man, but he truly does learn to prioritize Jinx over so many other things. Makes me want to punch a wall. Hello, Snow. Hello, Alex. Thank you. I thought your name was in the Apex font for a second. Yeah, me too. It's just that, like, I love complex relationships between children and their parents, especially if those children are, like, daughters. It makes me go, awooga! Down as a breakdown, which is what I'm having constantly. Come on, do a shot. I do need. Whoa, broski! Yeah. Oh, good night, ambiguously. Yeah, I think, like, whereas, like, with the other characters, where, like, with specifically, like, Silco and Jinx, a lot of their relationship and, like, the nuance and the character growth comes from Silco's part, whereas with Mel and Ambessa, I freaking forget how you pronounce her name, a lot of that comes from Mel. Like, Mel is the more interesting of the two. And what she gains and benefits from, like, the story portrayed and, like, the relationship shown on screen. Like, I think, because up until that point, we'd only seen her in, like, this very established, powerful role. She is the kind of person. She is confident, self-assured, and, like, always in, like, a position of power in a way that, like, we assume she is the smartest person in the room. We assume she knows what's going on, that she's, like, the one in control. And then it's flipped and we see, like, a situation in which that control is either threatened or, like, brought into question, undermined, because her mother is such, like a present, you know? Like a present person. Yeah, I think, like, Ambissa, scratches an itch in a way where I just love I love toxic women. Like, I don't think she's right, and I don't, like, think anything she do is good. However, she sounds insane when she's like, you're my weak spot, so that's why I had to do all those things. I'm like, you know what, girl? You know what, girl? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. What's that one fucking thing? It's like, I don't only support women's rights, but their wrongs too. And she's a person pretty much following her around, yeah. And I think that's enough. That's compelling enough, you know? Dude, your fucking stance is messed up, bro. I can't wait to see what they do with Mel next season. Like, I know, spoilers, by the by. But I don't think anyone here has seen it. I don't think Mel and the gang in that room are dead. Like, silly. Bro, silly. I don't think they're dead. Don't think that's what they do with those characters. So, I fully do mean it when I say I wonder what they're gonna do with her arc-wise, because it's not a question in my mind whether or not she's alive or dead. That girl's alive. Mel is not in League. I don't think she's like she's not a League champ, like she was made for the show. They might put her in League, maybe, but she's not a character. Because I was just confirming it now, and if my like 2-second Google search is right, ooh, what happens to Vander brings a tear, or what's gonna happen to Vander brings a tear to my eye if they're gonna stick with League lore. So, you know. I mean, Ari does that, does she not? Is that not like her whole kit? I mean, I think it'd very much be more tech-based or like her kit, especially since like we don't know like the full potential of like what she'd be doing in the show. I don't know if they'll add characters from the show into League. I don't like. They might do like a thing where like a character is teased in Arcane and then they appear in League, but I don't think they're like necessarily gonna adapt. Like I don't think originally they're gonna be from Arcane. I think ultimately they're always gonna have been made for League, and then, you know. No, I know she meant. Make shows for other characters. I'm certain they will. Like I'm certain once like this is over, like this story or whatever is over, they'll do something else. Or I don't know if it's a show or if there's just like a little like event teaser thing like they're doing for the magical girl AU that they have of all the characters. I say all the characters, but like a good portion of the characters, they have like magical girl AU situation going on. I think it's like Star Galaxy, Star Form, something. I can't even remember. It's been a while. But they're still going strong with that. So I'm sure they'll have some shows or like things to do with that, because like, that's money to be made, baby. Your face, Hide, so beautiful. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Riot because it's such a huge company. It's kind of hard to hate all divisions, but in general I do dislike Riot, and I dislike a lot what they're doing with like a lot of their characters, and like obviously like they're appealing to a certain demographic with like those kind of characters where it's like the K-pop girls and like the Seraphim situation where it's like a fake influencer, but like she be making like fucking mental illness posts like, I'm having a really hard time, guys, so if you guys could send me some support and that would be like really nice. And it's like, girl, you are fake. What do you mean you're having a hard time and you're sad? You are a character pretending to be an influencer on Twitter. Huh? Question mark? Or Evelyn. They took away her blue skin and they just woobified her and made her more like she. Even though like she was already a seductress, but her character design before was so much more interesting. And now they just kind of like washed it and watered it down, so I'm like rolling my eyes, whatever. I think it's just that the designs and like a lot of League stuff really like appeals and caters to like weeb dudes, which, you know, that is most of their audience, so I get why they do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean like I'm gonna be fine with it, or I'm gonna like it, or whatever, because it's like, wow, this is kind of dog shit. Yeah, ooh, anime glorification. Girlification. But it's true. Like, and I don't want that. Why can't you just give me some, like, Vi in League and Vi in Arcane, two different bitches. Vi in League, I believe it with all my heart that is a heterosexual woman. Even though at the time when I played League, I was like, I don't care that she looks like a heterosexual woman, that is a lesbian. But like the way that she's made is very obviously like, a man drew, or like you were designed and with the intentions to be consumed by men. So, you know. And like, I don't know, a lot of them I don't like. Also about the monster characters not getting enough love. Yeah. Also, Kaisa just kind of looks like weird Ari, like she looks like an Ari skin. I'm not gonna lie. Girls do better. Cause way back when I used to play League, which was like 2014 to 2016, I want to say. Maybe even earlier. But I was a Warwick main and a Warwick lover. My boo, my everything, I love Warwick. But then again, I'm very easy with characters like that because all you have to do is be a little monster or like a little bit like of a werewolf in any regards, and I'm like, oh, love, my everything, my beauty, my heart, I love you so very much. I love like characters who can be werewolf, who can be therianthropes. This character right here, he's a therianthrope. He's a tiger, and I love him, my everything. But like even we started them young because I remember when I was in Tokyo Mew like into it when I was a kid. Sakura was my favorite character because she was like a wolf situation, and she was very like, I know like obviously what's her name? I can't remember their names. I can only remember Sakura and like Celery or whatever the fuck her name is. Like they all had kind of animal situation, but she felt the most animal. I don't know, something about her, I was just like, whoa. And also like her whole theme was like, you know, like I'm angry and blah 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 blah, and I'm emo. If you're emo in an animal, it's over for me. That's it. I'm just like, whoa, I love you. I love you. Damn, that's really sad what you've said, Sino. That's really sad. Your head's a little inconsistent, buddy, but we'll deal with that later. Yeah, I would be too. And like a lot of marginalized people that work for Riot get so much fucking shit. Like, if you're a person of color, if you're a woman, or like a LGBT person, or if you exist in all of those intersections, you get treated like shit there. Because the gaming industry in general is really hostile to anyone who's not a man. And especially like you will get racism even if like you're a man and not like a white dude. But even then it's still like there's like the gaming industry is just like it's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, we're just gonna make your body a little bit bigger. I'm a competitive person, so I kind of want to always have something that I can reliably go to that's a little competitive. And unfortunately, that right now is Apex Legends. The girlies on video games know the exact slurs to call you. It's true. It's crazy. Like, obviously, like in voice chat when you're playing or whatever, like they can't see your face, but scratches my head the amount of times I've had, and especially one moment stands out of my mind of a person being like really weird about Chinese people. And I'm half Chinese, so it's like just standing there like I don't know what to say. I'm just standing here. Let me scoop that out to the side. So true, Sino. That's the best way to play. And then I'll do the sleeves later because Fall's doing all of that. Yeah, working conditions are absolute mess in the gaming industry for basically everyone, but especially like, you know, again, if you're in those marginalized groups, because they don't treat them good. And especially like recently with trans people, there's been a lot of shit happening, like bad shit happening to them, like in the industry, like specifically like gaming industry stuff. I mean all around in general, but like at least right now as I'm speaking, like very specifically the gaming industry just like not doing too good to them. You're gonna be waiting for forever, Mr. Del Jumbo, because that's not happening. Sorry. I've stopped doing them. I mean, yeah. It's just, it's all around pretty shitty for a lot of people involved. Alright, how about you fuck off for a second? Just gonna... Oh! To je mnogo interesno. Let's do this. LOL? Damn! What if I wasn't gay? What if I just liked the rainbow? That's so weird. That's so silly. That's actually so silly. That's so silly. Back it up, Skittle Squad. Your month is over. You can't be gay no more. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let me see. Damn! It was really just like... Damn, okay. That's silly. That's so silly. Goodness gracious. Same, Sino. Well, I'm trying to do that now because I just finished my course. I finished my animation course literally on my birthday. And like I have some stuff to show, kind of, but I want obviously to get better, to start working my reel. So I don't know, like I'm gonna start applying to like a bunch really soon. So, you know, hopefully it works out. I don't know. I'm nervous about it. But yeah. Girl, that's not what I wanted. That's too much. Yar. I mean, I hope everything goes good for you. I got some really like I had like a good time with my course, and like I really liked my professors, and they were really helpful about like I guess demystifying like the industry and stuff to us. But that doesn't mean I'm still not scared. Silly me. Can I get my layer back? Thank you. Don't exactly understand what's going on, so let's just... True. Oh, is it just like a camera movement situation? Because the sliding is alright, but I don't know. Gonna streamline some of this, like. Just go to it. I want one of those frames back. There we go. That looks better. Maybe this could be a little faster. to be that long. Okay, let's shorten that down. Perfect. Okay, what I think I'll do is I'll make him do a step back. Instead of things where that sliding situation. Readjusting my seat. I'm not really aiming for any internships right now, just because a lot of them require you to be like on site, which is fine. Like, I'm very much down to relocate. It's just that I don't want to relocate just for an internship, basically. Like, I want to be able to like get a job and relocate, because there's not a lot of places in my country that are offering internships for like this specific thing. So, you know. Oh, that is so exciting! Yeah, since our thing was like a year-long course situation, we didn't like do any like short film situation or anything. But do have a few animations. That's all I have to my name. I don't have the money to relocate as well, which is why I'm like, why would I do it for an internship when I could get a job and like more easily like relocate for that? Because at that point, that's like, you know, you know? That's so fun to know. Can you give us a quick pitch of what's it about? Welcome back, CMG. I need to get a better situation for my shortcut setup and my wrist. Whoosh. never played it personally myself, but I've seen other people play it, and yeah. I like that big bat booby lady. Who's that wolf? Not to be on me. I'm a simple man. Interesting, Snow. Honestly, when you guys finish it, DM me somewhere. I want to see it. Hello, wolf. As established before. I think it should be. I have to do a bunch of shit. Sure, yeah. Put it in here. Hopefully YouTube will let you. But yeah, pop it on in here. Give us a shower. Let's just pop the link in proper. Wow! The ant design is so sweet and cute. Whoa, looking at me down. Yeah, it looks very cute. Never in their entire lives. Yeah, they're always on something with their little bugs in it. I'm mostly active on Twitter. Oh, that's fun. That sounds useful as hell. Yeah. Oh no, I have like an art Twitter that's public that I post on. Obvi. Haven't posted much in a while. I mean, no, I did post, but yeah, I'm just in animation hell right now, so. Did that link proper? Yeah, it did. Thank goodness. Yeah, like that. I forgot how I designed your sleeves. Big fan. It's okay. I say it's a recent development, but not really. It's just that I mostly came to terms with it like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. But in like hindsight, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a good strategy. And not only that, but it, I guess, incentivizes people to work within the country versus like moving out and then like not quote unquote contributing to their country. So, like ultimately I think it's a win for them to have their students remain and work within the country than like be stolen off elsewhere. Now why would you do that? This mirror frame is so true. Since I'm in Europe, it's a little easier for like relocation stuff. And like a lot of like the industry in general is like, you know, moving about. Like that's just part of the job. I think because my smear is on fire. Yep. World's most epicest smear frame. I do not. Goodness, if I used a mouse to draw, well, I used to draw with a mouse. Not anymore. Maybe you can catch me dead before I do animations with a mouse. What, are you crazy? What do you think of me? Like when I was a lot younger and under like even before like my Kitsune Sakura username, like a different one, I used to draw with a mouse. The same. I would cry. And I honestly, my wrist probably has suffered the most from doing it with a mouse. Alright, let's check these keys. Alright. Why did we skip this one? Oh, because it's a smear. Yes, he's one of my D&D characters. He's his name is Hideaki. I call him Hide. He is a light cleric and a Therianthrope tiger. He also has a ton of religious trauma and daddy issues and mom issues, kind of. His mom's dead, so that's kind of the issue. Sino, that's so true, because when I used to draw with the mouse, I was drawing on side. Yay! Clean hours. I need to take a shower today. Oh, as well. Character that I'm doing right now, one of my most favorite characters that I have so much art of him. I draw him all the time. My friend and I, basically her characters, my character's partner, they are in love, they are boyfriends, and fantastic. And we have like a bunch of AUs of them together. I have like a whole ass, like, I have a character playlist. Insta is hell, but like a lot of industry professionals, and like because we've had talks from like recruiters and scouters and blah blah blah, and like and even like our professors, like they're all on Instagram. They all prefer Instagram, so it's kind of like, oh, do I have to be on Insta? I don't want to be on Insta, but I'm so I might be on Insta. Tumblr, it kind of feels like it feels less stakes, and like it doesn't, the algorithm is like so bad that it's good in the sense of like you don't have to worry about numbers and things like that, because like it's so like oriented in like a fandom way, and like you blowing up on Tumblr is not the same as like blowing up on Instagram or on Twitter or whatever, where there's more of a game to play. There's more of a social media game to like swindle. Tumblr's not that much. Like you know. Tumblr tags actually work, yeah. Twitter is hard. Twitter is also really random, and like it's less of a hell than like Instagram in my opinion, because Instagram, it's like you miss one fucking upload and that's it punishes you so bad, whereas Twitter is like it punishes you for using the fucking platform. Like unlike Instagram, where it's like it's so ruthless and so like really strict about like you being active on there, Twitter is like almost the opposite. It's like you're tweeting too much, so we're not gonna show you to people, and you use too many emojis and you use too many hashtags, and actually you don't use any hashtags. And it's like, what do you stop? Why are you punishing me for using your fucking site? You hellscape. But it is my main platform, unfortunately, at the moment. Barely a breakdown because you're more of a schmear, but that's fine. Literally, stop posting! You've posted too much today! Stupid! So now, we're not gonna show your things to people. Even if you're posting like a normal person, the amount of times that some of my mutuals will just go like missing, but they're not missing. They're posting, they're doing stuff. It's just that Twitter's like, but do you really need to be seeing the people that you follow? What about these super duper unrelated people that you don't care about? What about them? Huh? Why don't you want to see their content? It's like, girl, just give me the people I follow. What's wrong with you? Basically, yeah. And it's like, oh, do you want to see like this random discourse that you don't give a shit about, and that's probably gonna make your day like worse? Here you go. Like, stop it. Stop it. I don't want to see it. I truly don't want to see it. Yeah, I heard someone recently, I forget, it was a mutual, just like a random post, of someone complaining about like, oh, Instagram will show me like 6 fucking promoted thingies in a row before getting even like a little to my, like, to the actual people that I follow. So, that's also pretty sad. I'm sure they do. Like Facebook is like a platform that people use. I know it's crazy, but yeah. Where's my pen? Yeah, I've got so many people blocked for NFT shit. I'm just like, get out of my friggin' face. Oh my god, the other day I got an email that was literally like, hey Barsky, we totally love your work. We're doing this totally cool NFT project and we'd love you on board as our main artist. And I'm like, obviously you don't, because if you would have taken note from the social medias, you would have seen that I fucking hate your kind. Get out. Yeah, I don't want to find my family either. The NFT market's crashing, and it's like fantastic. Good job, babes. You're doing great. Not that long, my good man. Yay! Ugly ass monkey avatar bullshit. Mm-hmm. LOL? Maybe we can finally get like cheaper CPU bullshit back on the market. Nature's healing. Do-do-do. I love being so good at art. D&D is fun. It's fantastic. Yeah, if you find a group of people who can play D&D with, making D&D characters is one hell of a drug. I'll tell you that right now. Ugh, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Yeah, is it like a code DM situation? I'm also gonna run a campaign soon. But also, more than that in like 10 minutes. I need like a quick little break to grab a snack or something. And then we'll be back to it. Alright. Hello everyone. I've returned. I have some Vegemite on toast. I see. I'm a cleric main. I love clerics. I love spellcasters in general. Well, is that true? I've never played a dedicated spellcaster like a sorcerer or wizard. I'm gonna. But cleric class, my baby, my everything, my love. Since I am just munching on this Vegemite, let's do some shapes. Because I doubt I'll be doing much while I'm consuming. And these are nice and quick. And help with form. Oh, I have to get out of the mindset that I'm in. Timbo. Form and stuff, like usually to practice, because I think my general form skills are lacking. Whoa. So these are a nice little way to just, you know. Do you mean like monster stat blocks, or do you mean like actual characters you play? Can't believe you're still like sub to my channel situation. What are you doing? I don't make any content, man. I hope work isn't too taxing for you. Actual characters you play? Well, you can do like custom, like homebrew races in which you play certain monsters, and there are certain monsters that are like, I say monsters, but like more monstrous races that are like actual statted blocks and shit like that. It just depends on the amount of homebrew you are allowed to do, what's the tone and situation of the campaign, whether or not the DM allows it, so on and so forth. You know, or shit like that. So, yeah. Oh, real? In theory, I want to get back into YouTube stuff, like make some videos, but I have so little brain. Creepy ass chair, goddamn. But there was this one person who I was watching who made me so angry that I wanted to make a video on them being like, this person is so stupid, and I cannot stand it, and no one should listen to them. And I still might, but the thing is, I don't want to do speed paints. I don't want to do them no more. And they're not fun to me. I don't want to put out that kind of content. So, you know, like I might do animation process videos because it's this dude named, what's his fucking name? He had a good chunk of subscribers. I think he had like 400k or something, or 300k, something like that. Unique name Masaurus or some fucking bullshit like that. But my friend and I, we were watching, he was doing a review on, because he's doing a series or something, like an in-depth review on High Guardian Spice. I don't know if you guys remember that whole ordeal. And we were at the time, we just wanted to see other people talk about it because it's such a train wreck of a show. And, it's fun being haters every now and then. And he was just basically reviewing it in a way where he was also giving constructive criticism to the show. And what pissed me off is how he posited his own fixes and ideas as quote unquote better because they're quote unquote more creative or did something different than the show. And just it annoyed me because he had so many people agreeing with him or listening to him, and he was spewing the dumbest fucking bullshit where it's High Guardian Spice is a bad show. It is juvenile, even though it wants to be mature and have that mature rating. It's a bad show, and yet I think so. I think he had glasses on and blondish or light brown hair or something. But it was just the ways in which he was suggesting fixes and the examples he was using and whatnot were so bad and so infuriating that it makes me so angry. It makes me want to make a video on it and be shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. One of his points or something was talking about how to handle diversity within a show, and he used Attack on Titan as a good example, in which I don't keep up with Attack on Titan anymore. It's just the author himself is an actual Nazi, and so it was this character on Attack on Titan who's black, and one of the other characters asks the guy, "Oh, why is your skin darker?" And the black character goes on this mini little dialogue about how basically a spiritual reasoning and justification for his race, and I was just standing there this is good to you? You need people of color to sit there and justify their race in a philosophical manner for their inclusion to not feel quote unquote forced? What are you, fucking insane? What are you, a moron? What do you mean to justify quote unquote diversity or whatever, especially specifically in the race the thing of this where it's race? They gotta spiritually justify it? Girl, shut your mouth. You don't know what you are talking about. Literally, the guy was saying well, God made me the way that I am because it's just a showing an expression of the human experience, and it's you can't just ask someone why someone is black, first of all, and second of all, you can't just be well, I am X race because it serves a philosophical need in the world. No, girl, it doesn't. People are born. I can't believe that needs to be said. Girl, what? I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, hello, Fantoy. Like, how are you that dumb? Well, the next time someone asks me why I'm mixed, I'm gonna be like, you see, my race, it represents the unity between two people, joining them together, joining two communities that have been. It's like, girl. Yes, it was that. It was that bitch. It was that bitch. It is that bitch with a dumbass name. Again, how are you that dumb? Why are people listening to you? God, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. You know, my burning hatred for that video that was supposed to be fun. It was near the end when he was talking about like High Guardian Spice's handling of like their transgender character. There's more than one, but I think most of people know as like the trans character because like they sit down and like give this fucking weird ass like textbook definition of what the fuck it means to be trans. Like, why is this suddenly a kid's show? Exactly. The next time, this is a PSA to all of every person of color, especially if according to Attack on Titan, if you're black, please justify your existence with a philosophical stance. At least one page. You know, if you really want to go the extra mile, you can do 2 pages. That'd be great. But make sure you include the philosophical reasoning as to why you exist the way you do. So that'd be really great. Nice, thanks. Like, girl. And the thing is, during that part where he was talking about like, because he lumped in like diversity of like trans, like this trans character with like other shit of like, I guess race, which whatever, fine. Even though like it's different, there's more nuances, but fine, whatever, fine, just lump them together. Side sources too, exactly. You see, Nia here knows what's up. Obviously a veteran at this, has written many essays. But unlike with the other stuff that he was criticizing, he gave advice about how to fix certain things in like a way that like I can see the logical conclusion. But with this thing, it was very like, sir, do you talk to trans people about gender? Do you talk to trans people? Like, I'm curious because you're dumb. You don't need to overcomplicate this. The easy fix would have been to get rid of the character saying, I'm transgender, and this is what transgender is, child, who should probably know what the word transgender means, and this also isn't a fucking kid's show, so I don't know why we're pretending that, like, people don't know what the fuck the word transgender means, like, whatever. Like, instead of doing that, instead of doing whatever the fuck he was going on about, I don't even know what his original point was. Well, his original point was that you need to be able to justify why a thing is the way that it is. You know what they could have done? Could have shown him with top surgery scars at a beach episode or some fucking shit. And just left it at that. And then the insinuation there is that character's trans. Or even just show, oh yeah, that was when I used to be a girl, and leave it at that. Nothing more, nothing less needs to be done. Like, if you wanted it to be seamless, you could have just done that, and that could have been the piece of advice he could have given. But since he's a dumbass and he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's going on this fucking rant about how you should philosophically justify your existence or whatever. Like, girl, literally, it's like you're making that character's feature their entire personality and complaining that people shouldn't make that part of themselves their entire personality, or like a character's entire like arc or whatever, which is like so silly and dumb, because like I think there is room for like, you know, marginalized people to explore their own identity within like whatever context that they want to explore it in. Like, those are like valid stories, right? Like trans people exploring their transness in relation to cisness, or like living in a cis society, otheringness, a person of color, just detailing their experiences in the world or in like communities where they're not wanted necessarily, or the stigma and the stereotypes that are like latched onto them by society and by like people not within like their specific group of people. And even like an extension of that, of like queer people in different settings or whatever, expressing how they feel othered within their group that might already be marginalized because of their queerness, or vice versa. And like all like there's so much nuances and things that you can explore where the defining part of that character is that specific label, because you are doing an exploration of what it means to be X thing. But you also don't have to. Sometimes bitch is gay. Sometimes bitch is gay. Sometimes bitch is Asian. Sometimes bitch is black. Like, sometimes bitch is bitch. And that's okay too. Like, I don't like when people are like, when they always use the thing of like, your character shouldn't be X, just X. And it's like, I agree with that. Like, your sentiment before of like, your character shouldn't begin and end with like, I'm X minority. I agree with that entirely. But I don't always trust people when they say that when criticizing media, because it's like, do you understand the context that this is in? And even he praised an anime that was about being trans and how they handled their trans characters and explaining it to the audience. And it's like, no fucking shit, dumbass. This anime that is specifically exploring the topic of transness and existing as a trans person is gonna more deeply and more nuancedly like explore what it means to be trans, versus this fucking cartoon that has like a throwaway line about being trans and like ham-fisting in a fucking like dictionary definition of what it means to be trans when they're trying to be casual. You're a dumbass. Those are two different contexts, and you should be like able to criticize and view those things in two different lenses. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that anime that's exploring transness should tone down its transness to be more casual. No, it's exploring transness. This show that's not exploring transness, or not exploring like the concept of transness or whatever, or what it means to like experience that, should not be exploring transness in the same depth, because that's not what it's trying to do. Dipshit. There's nuance. You can't just paint everything with one brush. It's like this isn't a genre in which like you have to. There's certain things that you gotta hit. Like a romance has to have romance. Or like a scary, or not, that's not even a good example of like horror has to be scary. Like it's horror, right? It's horror. So there's certain things you gotta do to make it scary. This isn't that. This is just a way of life. Dumbass. Even with horror, there's a billion ways to go about it. You're not gonna be like, well, horror is scary and therefore it has to have a slasher or killer in it. No, it doesn't. Listen, I could go on and on about this, because like, what a fucking dumbass. What a dumbass. No one should listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's giving bad advice, and he's just filling things in for the sake of filling them in, because he doesn't know why things serve a purpose. Oh, what the fuck did I do? Oops. Enjoy a Zoom meeting. I don't know if that's possible, but enjoy it. Either way, It annoys me. Yeah. He's just one of those people that are just like, who are so high and mighty about like the media that they consume and that how it all has to be like this good blah 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 blah. Like the things they like, all the things they like are really good and they don't consume bad content to enjoy it and they're such a good writer and like they hate Mary Sue's and it's like shut your mouth because bitch, a lot of Mary Sue characters are fun. Mr. Anakin Skywalker, Mr. Luke Skywalker, the whole Skywalker line. I don't care. They're all Mary Sue's and I love all of them. Every single one of them. From Mr. Anakin to Miss Ray, even though that's the whole different ordeal, but you know what I mean? So true. Yeah, you would get so much shit. I'm sure you already do in real life, but fandom is toxic and racist. We know that, but you know. Either way, Mary Sue's are fun. Mary Sue's are fun. The problem isn't the fact that they can do everything. It's the fact that they're written poorly. It's the fact that they don't have a personality, or the fact that they exist in a way that's like uninteresting. And so the thing that you latch onto, it's like when someone you hate, but you hate for no reason, so you're trying to make up reasons in your head as to like why you hate them. I'm just like, well, they're this and they're that and blah 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 blah. You know, where you're trying to just like nitpick at them, and that's what basically like nitpicking Mary Sue's are, of just being like, they're too overpowered, they're this and they're that and blah 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 blah. Your mouth, shut it, quiet, cause you don't know what you're talking about. Literally, yeah. There's a lot of characters who are super powerful, who can do a lot of things, who don't necessarily have flaws, but it's like they exist differently because they're part of an interesting story, or they're an interesting character, or they face obstacles and yada 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 and so on and so forth. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Ultimately, like, and I think like going back what I was saying before about how like a lot of people in general, and not just like people like unique, whatever the fuck his name is, like they feel like a constant need to justify like the media that they consume as like, you know, highbrow, really good intellectual, yada yada yada, like all these different things, because like, don't get me wrong, there is like a societal thing of like wanting to be perceived as having good taste, as like, you know, as being like the media you consume makes you smart, even though, girl, not true. Zero truth. A negative bajillion truth to that. But like I understand that from a certain perspective, because like I kind of used to be like that when I was a child. You know, everyone goes through like that phase when they're a kid where it's like you go against like certain things that you like, or certain things that you're expected to like, because you want to be like the cool rebellious kid. You want to be like, I don't like Justin Bieber, that's gay. I like X thing, blah blah blah, that's not fucking Justin Bieber, right? And then you grow up and you might realize, you know what, the things that I used to think and the way I used to whatever was really based in homophobia and really bad, and I do like Justin Bieber. Or, you know what, I don't like Justin Bieber, but the reason why I hated him before was not, you know, was not valid. Now I just dislike him because he's a dickhead and I don't like his music. You know? You know? You should like bad things. I'm of the opinion you should like bad things. You should be able to look at a bad thing and engage with it critically, and in a way where you're not like mindlessly like justifying it or finding a reason to be like, no, this isn't actually morally reprehensible, blah 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 blah. Like, you should be able to recognize these things. Like, for example, I enjoy watching Ruby. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone on earth, but I enjoy watching Ruby for like the things that it has to give me. I enjoy I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but I enjoy like watching and consuming Twilight. Twilight is so bad. It brings up some certain things that are like interesting and compelling, like narrative-wise, but a lot of it's just bad. And a lot of it's trashy. It's so trashy, but I like that. I like trashy media. I like watching Barbie movies, even though half the time they're boring or like they're just straight up bad. Because the thing is, I've at least learned now to have less shame about some of the things that I watch that are perceived as bad or cringe or whatever, because like a lot of growing up, especially as someone like raised as a girl, is like all the things you like are cringe. Unless you like what the boys like, you're fucking cringe. You're cringe and you're stupid and everything you like is bad. And so it's like, god damn, if that's how it's gonna be anyway, I'm just gonna go watch Twilight and enjoy it. I'll watch Twilight and enjoy it with the other girlies. And that's it. You know? Like it's a much more like wider and nuanced like topic than like what I'm reducing it down to now. You know, but still, I don't know. It's just like, don't be afraid to like bad things. Sometimes it's good to like bad things, because then when you like the good things, you'll know why. Because I know why I like the bad things. Actually, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it just gets in my brain and I'm like, well, looks like I'm reading Twilight for like 2 months. And then I'm in hell because I'm like, I don't want to read Twilight. But then I'm like, you will read it. You will read it. Exactly. Then you're a pick-me, and then like you're this, you're that, and even then, even if you're accepted, it's only acceptable until a certain age and until like a certain thing. Because like after you grow out of it, or after you like grow up a bit, and you're like, well, now you have to be a woman, and a woman has to act in like certain things, and blah blah blah. But when you're a kid, it's like, oh, you're not like the other girls, and blah 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 blah. Literally suffering. All it is suffering. I don't want it. I want to enjoy myself, and I want to watch my cringe things. I want to enjoy my girly little anime. I want to look at the fucking Sailor Moon transformations, and I want it to be girly, and I want it to be pink, and I don't care if you find it cringe. I will look at my romances. I don't care. I'll make my Mary Sue. Shut your mouth. Not everything you consume has to be good. You don't have to justify it all the time. Understand? It's a topic that like I'm very like annoyed about in general, because I think a lot of people just don't know how to engage with it, or like are needlessly rude about it, and I'm just like, okay, shut up, just shut up, quiet your mouth, it will do you good. Exactly, that too. Like, gang, you just need to learn how to watch things in a way that's like more critical, and also just have fun. And sometimes sometimes there's certain things where like you kind of just need to accept that like if you're going into this, you might engage with that. And if you don't want to, then like you shouldn't. That doesn't mean that you can't call things out, but like for example, if I'm gonna watch like a movie from like yonks ago, I need to sit with the fact that like I might encounter transphobia or like ableist language. That's not a thing I can escape. I can't expect that media to change all of a sudden. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, that's a good thing, and like yada yada yada, yeah, blah 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 blah. But it's like, well, what can I do about it now? I'm not gonna internalize it. I'm not gonna like praise it for that aspect. And I've made the consensual decision to watch this now. And that's just that. I can expect more from things nowadays where it's like, why the fuck are you doing that now, buddy? linking. Woof! Woof! Lore Olympus is a whole can of worms. A whole can of worms. Lore Olympus is bad for many reasons. One of those reasons is just that it's not even fun to watch or read. I haven't read it much. I've seen my friends read it in like post panels or whatever, and it's such a drag. Paced terribly. Such a drag. Such a drag. The thing is, yeah, you need to understand to learn how to have fun with things. And again, like, this shouldn't be conflated with, like, justifying it or being like, well, get over it. Or, like, you know, like, don't be triggered or blah, 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 right? Like, no, none of that. You can be mad, you can be upset, or, like, you can be, like, uncomfortable with it. But at the end of the day, it's been made, and if someone is enjoying that piece of media and they're not enjoying it because of the fact that, like, it's like promoting like a bad thing or whatever, then whatever. Because it's kind of different when it's like one-off like comments or like things like that, where it's like, you know, you kind of just engage with that thing because it was such a casual way of existing with it at the time, versus like something where it's like inherently really, really like racist or homophobic, or like it's straight up like anti-Semitic, or like whatever it is, right? Like where it's like this specifically has those themes, and a lot of the stuff around it is just bad. Like it's just bad all around. You can't avoid it, so on and so forth. Like it's yeesh. Then, you know, more nuanced discussion, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. Engage with it the way you will. Because like Twilight, for example, because again, like, I had like a bit of a fixation on it, and I kind of still do. I don't enjoy it necessarily. It has a lot of things in there that I am personally like triggered by, like sexual assault. Like, why are you just gonna brush this off, Charlie? Charlie, why? You're supposed to be a fucking cop. I mean, I guess that answers my question. But you just heard that Jacob assaulted your daughter, and you're like, I'll get him next time. Jacob, like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? But I can also sympathize with the people that enjoyed it at the time and were hated on by a lot of people, including people like myself at the time when I was younger, and I, you know, I was like, hoo hoo hoo, blah, 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 get it. The reason why I don't like Lore Olympus, especially for teens, is that it justifies a lot of really weird shit constantly. Like, I mean, like a near constantly. And I don't think teens should be reading that. If you're an adult, you can engage with it however you like. I don't think kids should be. Like, ultimately, I'm talking, like, when I say these things, I mostly mean, like, people who aren't teens anymore, because, well, that's different as well. Because, like, there's another topic to be had about, like, how teens enjoy things, and, like, how we should let kids just enjoy things, but also, you know, I don't know if I want my, like, if I were to ever have a kid to read, like, a story where it justifies sexual assault constantly, or, like, expose them to that kind of stuff. Again, it's a lot more, like, a nuanced discussion than just, like, boiling it down to whatever. It's a lot. Lore Olympus is a lot. And it's strange. It's like strange. And the designs are bad. The designs are so doo-doo. And so inconsistent. Why do half of them look like that? Like that, you know? Did I do that right? No, I didn't. I keep forgetting that it's flipped, so it would be going this way. Yeah, exactly! Be more diverse with your colors! like, it's so limited. And the colors that they choose are so ugly. So nasty. Gotta peep that time, because in like half an hour or so, I'll have to end, because I have to walk my sweet little doggy. Ooh, ooh. My friend sent this frame. Again, I don't read Lore Olympus too heavily. I've only seen like a couple of frames and maybe a chapter or two. Because so much sexual assault, and I don't want that. And so many weird age gaps, and I don't want that. Like, that's not something that I personally can engage with on that kind of level, like, with Lore Olympus. It's not a thing that I want to invest in. But my friends who have read it have sent, like, screen caps and shit, and there was this one panel where it was, like, I think it was a 2-panel, like, situation. And in one of the panels, the hand was drawn, but in the other, it was just like straight up like a stamp from like some asset. And the hands were supposed to be clasped or like one over the other of like the same person, but it was like 2 left hands, and it was so fail. It was so cringe. True? Yeah, the thing is, I think the fact that it's like a webtoon original or whatever, and it probably has like a more rigid like schedule, is not doing it any favors. Like, it's already a pretty bad webtoon to begin with, but the crunch time or whatever that they probably have to endure is not helping. There's another webtoon original called Let's Play that I read with my friends. Like, I read it to them because I forget why we read it, but by God is it bad. By God is it bad. It's so bad. The pacing, the writing, the art, it gets worse, but the asset usage, it's just all around, it's a pretty shit time. There's not even any, like, none of the characters are fun. Some of the character, like the cast that's like people of color, and specifically I'm thinking about one who, gosh, I can't remember her name, but she's black, and she kind of looks like she's bordering like a mammy, like, caricature. Gosh, I can't remember her name at all. I can't remember a lot of their names, I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully, nature is healing. Whoa, that's interesting. You are being banned. There we go. Be gone with you. Waffle, that is. Anyway. I don't even know what I was talking about. The cafe woman, yes! It's, Let's Play. That's what it's called. And it's bad. It is the cafe woman. She works with The blonde sky queen guy. I only know the three main bitches, which is Charles, Sam, and Marshall. And then there's Angela, who's the redhead. I can't. Dallas. I remember because I was like, that's the name of a place. Charles is doo-doo. He's stinky doo-doo from the ground, straight from the asshole. Like, I hate that man so much. And the people in the comments being like, OMG, Charm? Is that their... No, wait. I forget what their fucking, like, ship name is. Because I only know it from reading the comments. Are like, OMG, they're endgame, and I'd love them if they break them, come get a blah 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 blah. And it's like, gang. Endgame is Marshall and Sam. They've been set up from the start. This is like a off-brand fucking Marshall fucking what's his name? Markiplier fanfic. Like, it's based off like some loosely off Markiplier fan fiction. The title and the thumbnail and everything is Sam and Marshall even before all of this. She already went through Link. That's the blonde bitch's name. It's like, guys, you can't be this stupid. His name's Marshall Law. I only remember this because his parents wanted him to be like a law student or something, like Ace Attorney, like fucking logic with these names, I swear. I can't believe the girlies are so stupid to think that Charles and Sam are endgame. I'm not even like a shipper or anything. I want all of them to perish. I hate all of them. But you guys have to realize you're setting yourselves up for disappointment. You're so silly. Why would you? You're so silly. Raid the room. This is very clearly Sam and Marshall are endgame. I don't want them to be, but that's where we're going. That's where we're heading. This is what's been set up. I'm not happy, but that's what's going on. And the thing, oh my god, my friends and I were complaining about this. The whole of Let's Play had like, the timeline is so, everything happens the next day. So far, it's been like, I think at most, like 2 months. At most, it's been 2 months. And she's already had the biggest drama on fucking Earth. She's already, like, gone through, like, a guy or whatever and been devastated about it. And, like, it's just, like, give some fucking room for the characters to breathe and for things to settle. Like, what? It is a weird, like, dynamic and everything is stupid, and also I don't trust the author at all because like we already established they have that weird ass like basically like mammy caricature of the barista lady. Oh, what was her name? Was it an S or L or something? Like, for some reason I have like the name Sasha in my head, but that is not her name. I'm pretty sure that's not her name. I don't know. But they're so weird about like, I remember, because Marshall Law is Awasian, and they made him say some really weird and cringe things that's like kind of, not super fetishistic, but like no Asian person says that. Both, to be honest. It's like, it's the stereotype, like she looks like it because like she is yeah, it's because she is like a shorter black woman who, like, she is wearing like an apron or whatever because like they work at like a barista. As they work at a barista, they work at a coffee shop. Lol, fail on my end. And she wears lipstick, but the lipstick is rather red. And not all of the black characters wear red lipstick like this, but she certainly does, and it certainly does not look fantastic. And she's very like motherly and nurturing and the mature mom kind and blah 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 blah, and it's like, oh, interesting decisions, interesting all around. I'm gonna drop that down. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Sure. Oh my god! I don't know if he runs a D&D campaign, but like, yeah, in the fucking, they play a game together with Sam. Oh my god, I completely forgot about Sam's, like, friend group. I can't remember half of their names. I don't, like, besides Angela, who's the redhead who I think, yes, she is with them. She is with them. And he's like this very over, like he's a muscular, big, he's a big and muscular dude, right? And he's written weird all around. I think there was even like a panel or like a thing where they used the fact that like he's big and like, I don't know, scary or whatever to be like, ooh, look at this big and scary, intimidating man, and it's like, I'm just standing here, it's like, this feels a little racist. It's like, if this was written by like a black person or like someone who had like a more diverse cast, and there just happened to also be a character there that was like a black dude who was like, I don't know, buffer or whatever, then it'd be like, okay, I can see that you can write other black characters like a normal person. So this is you just writing a character. But I don't trust the Let's Play author to be able to write black characters. So when they hit me with the big scary black man trope, I'm just like, is this allowed? Is this allowed? Just gonna shimmy over to the side here and just yeah, just gonna go. So true. Link is like Link is more like a, oh, he's such a soft boy. He's just a himbo. He's just a soft boy. And it's like, man, I kind of don't care about this dude. And how are you gonna do the same thing? How are you gonna do this? It's so weird, and it's so bad, and it's... Or the Latin, the Latino guy. Fuck, what's his name? I don't remember. But it's Marshall's friend. His, like, childhood friend or whatever. Who keeps hitting on his girlfriend. Fuck, what was her name? She was Fave. I wish she was in a better thing, and I wish she was written a little better, but out of all the characters, I love her the most, because I did make opinions on them, because I read the whole thing. But... oh, what's his name? I don't know, it's the Latino guy. And he's always just like, he's like the sexy Latino kind of stereotype where he's like, oh my god, let me just like say like a few words in Spanish. And I am such a womanizer guy, and oh, Marshall, your girlfriend, she's so hot. I am the, and he has like a whole arc or something, like, or like arc, but like part of his backstory is like, oh my god, Marshall's Latino friend, you've done so much for like the Latinx community, in gaming. As like a commentator, and it's like, huh? This stereotype of a man? And he's got like rose petals and shit, and it's like, it's so corny. It's so corny. And like, he's speaking freaking Spanish like everyone in the room understands it, because listen, I too am bilingual. I speak Macedonian because I live there. And among my friends who speak both English and Macedonian, we mix it up, we shake it up all the time. So I'll be like talking about like, I don't know, like let's say the weather, I'll be like, oh my god, толкова е топло. I would literally rather die than be outside right now. Не знам како ќе опстанам воопшто во топлинава. Ама at least we have AC at home. Like I'll speak like that with them, because it's like they understand both languages. So I will constantly mix it up depending on like what the vibe is. Or I'll be like, brat, that's crazy, instead of saying bro, because I don't know, brat is just it's a different vibe. But like, I don't do that to people who don't know the language. I'm not gonna sit here to my American friends and be like, hey, dečki, zdravo, kako ste? How are you guys? Like, scratches my head. Who the fuck does that? Who does that? And this guy who clearly understands and knows that the people around him don't speak his language, and it's not like he's like not fluent in it. So like sometimes, like, you know, sometimes people aren't fluent in like a specific language, like let's say English, they'll be speaking English and then they'll say the thing in like their language, but it's not like they're saying it directly at you, it's more like they're saying it for themselves to try and like jog their memory, or see like if it's like similar enough where it's like, I don't know, like Spanish and English where it's like, oh, X word, do you know what I'm saying? But no one just mixes it in casual conversation. Yup. Basically. But yeah, like this, I think his name was Diego? I wanna say it's Diego? I don't know, he also had an Asian friend with him who's, you could have paid me to remember his name. But he was just talking like, I don't know, something bueno, that was so bueno, yada yada yada. Something. Like, he'll just interject it in a way where it's like, you're not speaking with other people who understand the language, so why are you talking like that? Huh? Again, I would not speak in like mixed Macedonian and English to someone who only knows one language. Hello, mouse. We complain about Let's Play. Or like, for example, like sometimes I will break out into Macedonian if I feel like your vibes are Macedonian. For example, mouse, because we were in it's true, but like we were in Bologna for the MCR concert, but since in my head mouse was just like, oh yeah, mouse is Macedonian, so sometimes I'd forget she's Hungarian and I'm like, hey, dali blah 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 blah, toi. And Mouse would just be looking blankly at me like, what? But that's because I forget she doesn't speak Macedonian. Because why doesn't she speak Macedonian? And also, I was around other Macedonians while we were in Bologna. Because, you know, yeah. But still, my point stands. Why is this Diego man speaking Spanish to non-Spanish speakers when no one in the room understands him? It was weird. And again, like I said, rose petals and, ooh, Marshall, your girlfriend is such a mamacita. Blah, 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 blah. So her ass is so bueno. Literally. Opa, batireshi brache. Yeah, you're basically fluent. Let's see if that's good enough for the keys. Yeah. Oh, I'm flipped. I was like, why is this strange to me? I've got to fix up some of the proportions in it, but that's fine. Push it up a little. Swing it this way. Fiery Don Italiana. Honestly, basically, that is the vibe. That is the vibe is Fiery Donna Italiana. I think these two could stand to be bigger. I don't know if you remember, but it was myself and Zareen and Rocky who were who were reading it. I say we were reading it. I was reading it to them, and it was torturous. Ooh, I remember the sex scenes in those. It was so cringe and so fail. I hate them. I hate them. They're so bad and cringe, and it makes me wanna die. Nothing in that webtoon, not any of the weird kind of misogyny they have going on, not any of the racism. Nothing could have prepared me for the horrible sex in that goddamn webtoon. I just. Not even the homophobia could have prepared me for it. I'm crying. Let's play. God, what was Marshall's girlfriend called? She was the best one of the bunch, and even then, that's not saying much. Not entirely because of Let's Play, but Let's Play certainly didn't help. But our friend Rocky will sometimes do this thing where something cringe or something will happen, or like he'll post like a thing and he'll be like blinks. What the fuck? And because of Let's Play does this thing where it narrates things that's like, or like does the Foley sounds for things that aren't. Blushes is not a fucking sound. Walks past you is not a fucking sound. None of those are sounds. Leans. That's not a sound. Hugs. I can see what's going. There was one. Hang on. Let me see if I can fucking pull it up. Where it was like, it just said cups. Hang on. Please. I need to find it. Where it's just like cups. Like, girl, I can see that they're cups. You're joking me. Here it is. What do you? I can see that there are two cups. cups. Shut up. 2 cups. 2 cups. I mean, 2 cups. My muscles. But, like, hang on. Sometimes I'll do this thing with the background characters. This is just a Let's Play hate stream now, I'm sorry. What's going on with these background characters? Come on. You're joking me. You're joking. You're joking. Do you want more? Oh my, I forgot about this, but another corny ass thing in this fucking webtoon is, let me see if I have a picture of the depression balls where they manifest as like these weird ass ball bitches, and it's like, it's so, heck, please, no, I need to find this, Please. Yes, here it is. Marshall, you and your depression ball, bestie. Let me open image, a new tab. Depression. Like, it's true, they get a JoJo style, they get a feeling, and the thing is, I know that the author like went through like a really bad like depressive episode or whatever, and like it's not that I doubt that they know how to they haven't dealt with like mental issues or whatever, but gang, this is the corniest way to show this. This is the corniest way to fucking write this shit. You're joking. Honestly, Mouse, I'll give you the rundown later, and I'll skim through the actual things just for your context and for your viewing. But like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Nia, you are on the money. It's still corny. Exactly, because it's like 2 cups. Like that, it's 2 cups. 2 cups. Need I say more? 2 cups? I can't. Oh my god. So this one too, where it's not even like, the guy hasn't even been hit with a filter or anything. He's just there. Hi dude. What's up, man? He's got nothing on him. It's 0 filter put on. At least the other ones, you can say that they have a filter smacked onto them. But this is none of that. None of it. Her name was D, right? Yeah? Yeah, her name was D. The girl who works at the barista place who looks like a mammy caricature. I keep wanting to say characterization. Her name's D. It came back to me. I don't know if that's a nickname or her full name or whatever, but they call her. Like, they give her a little boy to take care of. Come on. This is so true, Fantoy. insane. I can't even with this comic. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, I think that's it for now. It's been 3 hours. Thank you for hanging out, truly. Oh, probably, I don't know if I'll animate this on stream again more. I might. Who knows? I have to walk my dog. But yar, thanks for listening to me like basically rant about Let's Play. I'm so glad there are other people here who know what it is, who know what the fuck it is. Truly, I found my people. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice